You can't decide these things. When it comes, you receive, you get drunk by it, and you look at the people who are in love, they look drunk. And when it goes, you say thank you, and the sadness that comes when it goes has its beauty, because that means something good passed through you. And now it went away, and sooner or later another wave will come, and it will come and take you, not when you are deciding, okay, now you can get attracted to someone, like you said. Oh, this person looks interesting body language, and whatever you works in your chemistry mechanism, The lions in the bush, how the lioness, when she sees a male, and the more dark the maize is, the more appealing he is, because that means he has more testosterone in his body. And they know more testosterone means he's stronger. He might be a better protector of the cubs. Now she will mate also with the blonde one, with his brother or with his relative. Sometimes they make coalitions, the males, to take over a pride, and she will mate also with the other ones, because that's how she protects the cubs. They will all think that they are the fathers, so they will all protect the cubs. She will know who is the father. She has the mechanism to decide, from that one I'm getting pregnant, from this one no. But she will mate. If it's 2 or 3 or 4, no matter how many is the coalition of the males that are taken over, she will mate with all of them. From one she will get pregnant. She will know from who they will not. Like that, they all protect the cubs when they are coming. Otherwise, if she would mate only with one, and when he is not around, the others will kill him. They will kill the cubs. Why they would kill? Because it's their instinct to spread their genes. And as long as she is a mother, she cannot get in hit. As soon as there is a takeover of lion pride, when they come and take over, first of all they kill the cubs. And then the females become available again in hit. And that's how her mechanism works. It's similar to us. When you look for the man, can he do what needed to be done in terms of survival, in the terms of, can he deliver? It's our animalistic instinct. Love is, Osho said that hate is not the opposite of fear, of love. Hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is the opposite of love. And love is really the courage to dive into the moment and be taken by it, without trying to nail it forever and ever. Now you need to understand there is the phase where it's all new and fresh. Then we are getting addicted to it, and then it passes away. It mellows down, tones down. That's how life is. Everything that is new and fresh has a different impact than something that we get used to. It's just like that. Now, when it tones down, when it mellows down, we think, the love is gone. Or when we don't feel this constant ecstasy and in awe of the other, I'm not a loving person, or I'm not. We bring these perfect ideas into an imperfect reality, and then we start to clash with what is in its most, something that could be so natural. Just because the initial ecstasy has passed doesn't mean that love will move on. How do you, what falling in love means? You saw something in that person. You describe it as you see the way they move. It opened your curiosity. But eventually you met somebody. But met. You met their being, their soul. And more important, you know that you've been met. That someone knows you. And that you are comfortable to be naked in front of that someone. Literally, of course, but I'm talking about you're comfortable with someone. With someone you can take off all your protection. Because you know that someone has met you. So you can relax. And and once they met you, you're still together. The church says that man is evil in his very nature, in his very essence. And we should just cruise through this life with as obedient believers as possible, so in the next life we can gain a spot in heaven. I don't see that this way, that we are evil in our essence, in our nature, in our very essence. And I've met it with thousands of people who share their heart. In our very essence, there is this divine spark there. It is covered with confusion and with fears and with misunderstanding of our steps in this life. We don't understand this dance often. So we stumble. And remember, between understanding to not understanding, it goes through misunderstanding. It is not only that we do not understand, we misunderstand what's going on here. And that brings handcuffs on every aspect in our life. Now, it's okay that we don't understand, because it's too vast to grasp. Can't figure it out completely. It's not science. And what is the moment of awakening? It's not the total figuring out of everything. It is when we dissolve into trust. When all these pieces of fragments of moments that we experience that build our trust. Like when you hear about the ocean, you've heard about it. You never saw the ocean, but you've heard about it from other mystics who've been there and told you about the vastness of it and about the power of it, but you've never been there. And you told, but something in their words resonated. And then one day you came close to the ocean and you heard the roar of the waves. And there was a better understanding of what the power is. And maybe one day you climbed on top of the hill and you saw the ocean, you saw the vastness. And now you have a better understanding. You still don't know what it feels like swimming in it, but you know how it looks. Or you have been hearing about the light in the dark night. You've been hearing that there is clarity, that there is seeing this reality in its simplicity, in its clarity. You've been hearing about it, it resonated, but still it's not your own experience. And in the dark night, it's raining, it's intense, and suddenly there's a lightning. And in the lightning, for a moment, everything is illuminated, and you see reality, you see what's going on. For a moment you have perspective over what's going on around you. Now it's become your experience. And like this, we gain moments in life where we tap into the universe, into existence. We see, we grow, we understand that it's not a coincidence. Our flow here is not coincidental, that everything that happens for us, whether we are understanding or not, is happening for a reason. These fragments of trust, when they crystallize themselves into a presence that takes us, when we disappear into this trust, when we become the trust, not when people ask me, how can I trust this or how can I trust that? You cannot. Or you become the trust, or you keep moving. And when we become this trust, there's no need for an understanding. We need to know and understand something when we don't trust it. Before I commit myself to it, I want to understand it, because I don't trust. But when we don't, when we are a state of trust, then we allow life to happen here and now without understanding it, because we are coming from a deeper place, from trust, and there is no misunderstanding, because we are not imposing our wrong ideas on reality. Now, these ideas are great. Love is always perfect. Happiness is always perfect. You look at the ideas of human mind, what a fantastic reality. But how boring would it be if we would be in these ideas? There's nothing wrong there. There's no challenges. It's already perfect. Something that is perfect is something that is dead. It is no more growing. It is not evolving. It is not alive. And these perfect ideas, as beautiful as they are, or perfect dreams, which comes out of a misunderstanding of our trained mind, these perfect ideas are this that creates the hell for us. It's because of these beautiful ideas that we suffer. And because we don't see through them to the simplicity of reality, to the simplicity of, okay, as is, perfect in its imperfection. Let it be. Enjoy it. It doesn't work exactly the way my mind wants it to be, but that's what keeps us alert, keeps us on our toes. And the same is with love. If we are looking for that constant thrill of ecstasy and intensity of the honeymoon, you look forever, you will not find. You'll just wonder what is wrong with the world, what is wrong with all these people that they keep changing. Or what is wrong with me that I'm not able to love? It's not that you're not able to love, it's just that there is the wrong notion of what love means. Life is not a Hollywood movie. It is a humbling reality that once we surrender to, there we find the joy, the peace. The harmony. When we are... The peace is not when reality becomes perfect according to our ideas, but when we surrender ourselves and become one with the imperfect reality. This is how humbling truth is. This is why it's a state of selflessness, because as long as we come with the self is full of ideas and how it should be and supposed to be. This is how humbling the truth is. When we let go of ourselves and become the moment. When we let go of expectations, ideas, and become the love. with its ever-changing phases, allowing it to unfold, not knowing where it's going to take. That's why I've always said love is a state of bliss that has found an address to share it with. Because the more you are in peace with yourself, the less intensity you'll put on how the situation is supposed to be or should be. The less you are in peace with yourself, the more you need your ideas on the outside to be imposed. And the more clashing with reality is happening, naturally. And the breakthrough is always when we challenge this old belief system, when it's cracking, that something is wrong with us, with the moment. When we inquire, not like when people write to me, why is it so difficult to wake up? Why is it so difficult to be happy? And this, you're not even asking when you're writing that. It's not even a question mark. If it were a question mark, I would answer your question, but you're not asking, you are stating. When you're saying, why is it so difficult? You use a question mark. Actually, you should use exclamation mark, because this is what you really mean. It is difficult to swim upstream. It takes effort. And the more strong the current of life is, the more difficult it is to swim upstream. That's why it's difficult for you. Because you want to reach somewhere, you want to get somewhere, you want to be somebody. It's difficult. The river of life is going in one direction, you want to go in the opposite direction. So you need a lot of effort. You sit in a meditation and it's difficult because you want to reach somewhere in your inner space. You want to find something. But to surrender is not difficult. To let go of the swim upstream and just let go and let the stream of life take you is not difficult. It's on the contrary. It's just it's such a state of effortlessness that we don't know how to allow it to happen because we are such doers. We want to do our love. We want to do our meditation. We want to do our happiness. We can't. We stumble. Let go. See it through. You have a week here to dig into your oldest beliefs about yourself. You have a week here to slow down, to stop, to look around, look at yourself, have a soul check, and question yourself. Question it. Is it really so that something is missing? It's like a koan. When you answer it from the mind, you'll get a whole list of things that are missing. But koans cannot be answered from the mind because they are not questions. They are koans. It's a device to transcend the mind. When you break through, you don't give an answer. You become it. There's no more the answer. No, nothing is missing. It is not a mental self-convincing anymore. It is a realization. You are it, you see it. You can relax, you can be here now. There's no need to look at others, there's no need to compare, there's no need to reach somewhere or to become somebody. You can relax, let go and enjoy the flow. Allow it to take you. You don't know where it is going. But when you'll get there, you know that your whole energy will be available to respond to it. Because you have the spontaneity. You're not imposing your ideas how it should be. You can respond, you can allow, you can be flexible. You've gained your flexibility again. This is when suffering stops. As long as you have our fixed ideas about what should be, we clash with reality. When we let go and surrender, we adjust. We get in tune with whatever. And in this, being in harmony with the imperfect reality, this is the contentment. This is the peace. This is the oneness. It is not the fulfilling of the dreams of bringing reality into what we want. It is our awakening from these dreams. Disappearing into this moment. Om Shanti.